Okay, so everyone has been asking me to do an age series, so here we are. While I make lasagna for my family, I just did a virtual in-home with one of my clients, so that means that I was like on the baby monitor and also on Zoom while they put their baby to sleep independently, and I taught them how to comfort them and how to soothe those cries and all of those kind of good things. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting our babies. Anyway, so let's talk through the first month of baby's life and sleep. One of the big things that I think parents like kind of over or underestimate is how overstimulated a newborn can get. Newborns get like very, very overstimulated, and so you have to be really aware of how things are going. And like there is something called a recovery sleep that happens in hospital. So this is like where they have a really good sleep and they are doing really well, and you're like, this is great, people come to visit, and then after that they have a hard time. The recovery sleep is to help the baby recover from birth, and you need this sleep too. So until your baby has had that big stretch of sleep, and we're talking like a 3-4 hour stretch. Now obviously some babies can't because of medical reasons, and that's totally okay. You're just going to be really cognizant of that and make sure that you're like creating that space to have extra sleep other places. Now the recovery sleep is where they sleep nice and beautifully, and then kind of lulls you into a false sense of security, really. And then they're going to start cluster feeding, and this is where they're going to regain all of those calories, and that is very, very normal for the first week. They're going to need help to sleep. It's nothing wrong with the baby, but they're also not going to know that feeling of tiredness in their body. So you're going to need to not only help them sleep, but help them know when to sleep. So babies can only be awake from about 40 to 50 minutes at that age, sometimes 60, and they'll usually have one big long stretch in the evening as well. And so just kind of like keep that in mind, that they're not going to know when their body is telling them to sleep, and you're going to need to help them with that and facilitate that sleep. We should be seeing some long stretches of sleep and some short stretches of sleep. So some short naps, some really big long naps. And the way you can help them sort those days and nights is by having all of those naps during the day in daylight. So having them in the living room, and then having night sleep in dark places. Even though those night feeds, you need light, let's not make it super, super bright light. And then from there, your baby is going to have an easier time telling if it's day at night. And in those naps, head around 2 to 3 hours during the day, so that then they are not confusing daytime with nighttime. And I'm going to put the last bit of cheese sauce on top of my lasagna, and that's me.